Hi everyone, this is Kenny. Some of you know me from 20 years ago, while others I just met last month. I'm starting a new personal video project and I want to invite you to join me. But before that, I want to show you my story of what I've been up to in the last 20 years. This project began when I unearthed old pictures, DVDs, and yearbooks from my past, locked away in the basement for years, if not decades. Looking through them now, I find myself feeling nostalgic about a past world that most likely doesn't exist anymore. But the people in these pictures are still there. I've been thinking about them and everyone I've met along the way. Who are they now? And what have they been up to? Part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I moved around a lot. I'll explain through a very brief history of me. The timeline starts in 2006, when I moved back to Queens after spending most of my early years in China. I was a 4th grade student fresh off the plane. Within a year, I was assimilated into life in New York. But soon after, it was time to say goodbye to the friends I made in elementary. Junior high was 3 miles away, so it wasn't that terrible of a transition. But I had to say goodbye again just after a year. We were moving east to the suburbs of Long Island. I finished middle school and high school there, and I was part of the TV and video production crew, always documenting events from behind the camera. That's my principal, Dr. Carol Burris. I was the last ever student to shake her hands at graduation. Also, Senator Chuck Schumer showed up with his usual speech, word for word.
When I was seated at graduation, as many of you will be in a few years, I just learned that I had won a scholarship to travel all around the world. She dumped me by Labor Day. There I was, no scholarship, no trip around the world, no girl.
I've heard his speech 3 times already before my own graduation. Others in the crowd seemed genuinely touched by the senator's personal stories. A few months later, I moved to the Central Coast of California to study architecture at Cal Poly in San Luis Obispo, along with an exchange year at Virginia Tech in Alexandria, sandwiched in between. Those 5 years were intense, from working into late nights and weekends in our design studios. Turns out, trauma bonding with overworked and sleep-deprived classmates is a great way to make friends. And then COVID happened. I graduated into the pandemic in June 2020. Besides the panic and general uncertainty of the times looming over our shoulders, we celebrated our achievements for 1 hour over a Zoom call, and I don't think anyone recorded it. Soon, it was time to pack up and go home. After landing at LaGuardia Airport, I stepped into a ghost town formerly known as New York. On the news, Governor Andrew Cuomo would update the numbers of the newly infected and dead every single day.
Question for us is, are we past the apex, and how steep is the descent?
It was depressing to say the least. I sat at home wondering what I could do to pass the time. So I decided to apply to one and only one graduate school, thinking I was definitely not going to get in. But the unthinkable happened. No way. I was going to be a student at Columbia University for urban design, so I moved back to Queens for the second time. At Columbia GSAP, I met classmates from all over the world, specifically from Brooklyn, China, Korea, and India. I worked with 3 awesome groups along the way. We designed the mobile immigrant civic outreach system in Flushing, a vision for an inclusive film and culture collective in Atlanta after property, and a forward-thinking managed retreat system for coastal Belize. After 3 lightning-fast semesters, I found myself seated at graduation again, one final time. So after 2 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 1 high school, and 2 degrees from 3 universities, I don't think I'll be moving again anytime soon. So that's what I've been up to in the past 20 years. What about you? Whether it's been 5 months, 5 years, or 15 years since the last saw you, let's catch up and have a chat. I hope to see you soon. Oh, and what is this project about? It's a show about me through the people I've met in the last 20 years. This is No Degree of Separation.